Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon and welcome to your Los Angeles City Hall. I'm delighted to be able to welcome all of you here. I'm Councilmember Paul Krikorian, one of your hosts, along with our Mayor, Eric Garcetti. We're delighted to welcome you into City Hall. I would like to first begin the program by inviting up, on behalf of all of our community's religious leaders, I'd like to invite up His Eminence Archbishop Mushak Mardirosyan, the Most Reverend Bishop Mikhail Muradian, and Badveli Badveli Shanazarian to come up and offer the opening prayer.
Lord God Almighty, we thank you for this special occasion as we celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Armenian Consulate of the Republic of Armenia in Los Angeles, and welcome Mrs. Anna Hagopian, the spouse of His Excellency Nikol Pashinyan, the Prime Minister of the Republic of Armenia, hosted by our City Mayor of Los Angeles, Eric Garcetti, and Council Member Paul Krikorian, here at City Hall, and ask you to bless our gathering and bless each person present. Guide us all according to your holy will to serve in our mission for the best of our countries, United States and Armenia. We ask you to bless our guests of honor and our distinguished elected officials and representatives of our community. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Thank you. Reverend clergy, leaders of the Armenian diaspora, honored guests, it's my great honor to welcome you to Los Angeles City Hall. And as we begin, I'd like to take a moment to ask you to join me in welcoming our esteemed guests from the Republic of Armenia, starting, of course, with the spouse of Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan, Mrs. Anna Hagopian. The Secretary General of the Foreign Ministry of Armenia, the Honorable Vahakan Melikian. And of course, the Consul General of Armenia here in Los Angeles, Ambassador Armen Bayburtian. I also have the privilege of recognizing my colleague in public service, member of the City Council, and a great champion of Armenian issues, both in the Los Angeles City Council and previously in his service in the California State Legislature, Councilmember Paul Koretz. And I'd like to also welcome one of my colleagues, a dear friend, the council member who represents Little Armenia in the Los Angeles City Council, Councilmember Mitchell O'Farrell. And I'm sorry, the lights don't allow me to see every place in the crowd, but I understand that we also have with us representing the Mayor Eric Garcetti, his Chief of Staff, Ana Guerrero, and the Deputy Mayor for International Affairs, Ambassador Nina Hachigian. Also representing our neighbors in Glendale, I don't know if he's here yet, but Mayor Aran Ajarian and council members Zare Sinanyan and Vrej Agajanian are with us today. So I want to thank all of you for your extraordinary leadership and your advocacy for the Armenian community and for Armenia's interests. When this historic building that we're in opened its doors 91 years ago, it became the center of government of Los Angeles. But it was also intended to make a clear statement to the rest of the country that Los Angeles had grown to become one of the great cities of the United States and of the world. And for much of its history, Los Angeles has been a great Armenian city as well. It's very symbolic to me that the massive bronze doors at the main entrance to this very building, which depict the most important moments in Los Angeles' history, were cast by an Armenian artisan in 1927. When my own Harpertsi and Erzerumtsi family arrived in the city over a century ago, there were already Armenians studying at USC, opening bakeries in Boyle Heights, and selling produce in downtown Los Angeles. The Armenian diaspora in Los Angeles grew during the 1920s with survivors of the genocide, during the Second World War with displaced persons from the Soviet Union, and again during the 1970s with Armenians escaping civil war in Lebanon and revolution in Iran. In each of these tragic periods of our history, the Armenian people were tested, and against all odds, our people survived, and for many, Los Angeles became their new home. And it was those very challenges that gave the diaspora of Los Angeles its strength, its resiliency, and its fierce commitment to preserving its Armenian identity and culture. Those characteristics made the Armenians of Los Angeles the most vibrant, most productive, most engaged, and I believe the most important Armenian diasporan community in the world. The community built the first Armenian school in North America, right here in Los Angeles, and many more would follow. This community built countless houses of worship, created institutions devoted to Armenian culture, and invested in the development of our youth. Los Angeles became the center of our political engagement, through which the voice of Armenian Americans and the interests of the Armenian people were heard clearly in the centers of American power. And when our brothers and sisters in Hayastan suffered through the Spitak earthquake, the energy blockade, the Artsakh war, and the challenges of creating a newly independent republic, the diaspora of Los Angeles responded with our full support and assistance. So it was especially momentous for this community when the Consulate General of the Republic of Armenia first opened its doors here in Los Angeles 25 years ago. Under the leadership of the first Consul General, Dr. Armen Bayburtian, who happens to be the current Consul General as well, and all those who would follow and precede him, the consulate and its professional staff have been vital partners of this community and effective advocates of Armenian interests in the United States. The City of Los Angeles and the Armenian community of Los Angeles are very proud to celebrate this 25th anniversary, and we extend our best wishes for continued success and continued partnership with the consulate and with Ambassador Bayburtian. I'm delighted that as we celebrate this very important and very special anniversary, we also celebrate the extraordinary, inspiring, peaceful, democratic transition of power that's fundamentally reshaped the Republic of Armenia. The Velvet Revolution, led by now Prime Minister Pashinyan, will take its place in history as one of the great examples of the power of nonviolence and moral clarity. This people's movement inspired Armenians around the world and also people in countless countries that dream of real democracy, freedom, human rights, and transparency in their government. One of the especially noteworthy aspects of the Velvet Revolution to me was the role played by countless Armenian women who took to the streets and peacefully demanded change. Our honoree today has had a long history of speaking out on behalf of the people as an accomplished and respected journalist. Since 2013, she's been the chief editor of Haykakan Zamanak Daily, and she has been a strong champion of independent journalism and freedom of the press. She played an essential role as a leader of the Velvet Revolution, side by side with her husband, empowering women and men to take control of their country's future. Now, as spouse of the Prime Minister, she's working to uplift children and people in need in Armenia through her leadership of the City of Smile Foundation and the My Step Foundation. Please give a warm Los Angeles welcome to the spouse of the Prime Minister of the Republic of Armenia, Mrs. Anna Hakobian.
Բարև բոլորին, ես իհարկե իմ խոսքը պատրաստել եմ անգլերեն, բայց ինձ համար շատ կարևոր է եւ շատ խորհրդանշական այս շենքում, Լոս Անջելեսի սրտում եւ քաղաքապետարանի շենքում խոսել հայերեն եւ ձեզ ողջունել հայերեն մեր պետական լեզվով որպես հավաստիք մեր կապերի, հայ-ամերիկյան խորը եւ ամենաջերմ կապերի։ Ես ուղղակի ուզում եմ այստեղ դեռ այցը կամփոփեմ, բայց ասել, որ ուղղակի ապշած եմ այն վերաբերմունքից, այն ընդունելությունից, որին արժանացա Միացյալ Նահանգներում, դա ոչ միայն մեծ պատիվ է, այլև պարտավորեցնող է եւ դա մեր երկրի, մեր ժողովրդի վաստակն է, այն հեղափոխության վաստակն է, որ մենք արեցինք մոտ մեկ տարի առաջ եւ դա ցույց է տալիս, թե ինչքան է Հայաստանը ուղղել իր մեջքը միջազգային հարաբերություններում։ Հիմա կանցնեմ ելույթի հիմնական պաշտոնական մասին, շնորհակալություն։ Council Member Krikorian, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to be hosted in this wonderful hall of this beautiful, sunny, and vibrant city of Los Angeles. I would like to thank Council Member Paul Krikorian and all of you for this warm reception. I'm truly honored. I would like to thank Mayor Garcetti for a friendly and productive meeting earlier today. City of Los Angeles is prominent in so many ways. It attracts people as a creative capital of the world. It attracts people for its thriving economy, diverse and rich cultural life, major sports events, etc. However, there is one specific circumstance that makes Los Angeles so special to me. This city is home for the largest Armenian American community, one of the largest in the world. I'm proud that they enrich the ethnic diversity landscape of the city. I'm proud that they have been actively involved in many walks of life. I'm proud that they visibly contribute to the growth and prosperity of the city ever since they set foot on this soil. The presence of Paul Krikorian and Nina Achigian here in this reception are the best illustrations of that. More than that, Armenian community of Los Angeles and its general Armenian community and in general Armenian communities across the United States have served as a unique bridge of collaboration between Armenia and the United States. Ever since independence in 1991, Armenian Americans have enormously and continuously contributed to the development of their motherland. I am thrilled to note that after the Velvet Revolution in Armenia, there is a renewed enthusiasm among the Armenian Americans to be more engaged in the sustainable and democratic development of the country. I felt it personally during this ongoing trip. In this sense, we strongly support the efforts of the City of Los Angeles and the Consulate General of Armenia in Los Angeles to advance sister city relationship between Yerevan and LA. It is important to enhance this collaboration, reinforcing it with substantive practical cooperation between our two cities. I believe that there is a lot we can gain from closely collaborating. This is especially important at this historical juncture of Armenian democratic development. In conclusion, I would like to thank you all for this warm reception and wish you all the best in your undertakings. I especially wish the City of Los Angeles good luck for the preparation of hosts for the first time Olympic and Paralympic Games in 2028. God bless us all. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We've been joined also, I understand, by Los Angeles City Attorney Mike Feuer, who's back here. If you can give my colleague Mike Feuer a hand, as well as the Mayor of Montebello, Jack Hajinian. Jack. And John Hayrabedian is here. Okay. Oh, there he is. Okay, from Sierra Madre. Frank Zerunian from Rolling Hills Estates, and our general manager here in Los Angeles of Emergency Services, Aram Sahakian, is here as well. To help us celebrate this momentous anniversary, it's appropriate that the first and current Consul General is here with us, Ambassador Armen Bayburtian, who helped make today possible and who helped make the consulate possible. He was, as I mentioned, Armenia's first Consul General here in Los Angeles and returned to that post last fall. He is a career diplomat, was the senior advisor to the United Nations Resident Coordinator and the UNDP Resident Representative in Armenia from 2008 to 2013. He twice served as Armenian Deputy Foreign Minister and was the co-chairman of the Security Dialogue with the United States between 1998 and 1999. He served as chief negotiator with the European Union, and after his tenure in Los Angeles, Ambassador Bayburtian became Armenia's first ambassador to India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Indonesia from 2000 until 2004. We're just delighted to have him back, and we're delighted to continue to work in close partnership with the consulate. Please help me welcome Ambassador Armen Bayburtian.
Thank you very much, Honorable Council Member Paul Grigorian. And also, I would like to express my gratitude to Mayor Eric Garcetti, who just received the spouse of our Prime Minister, Madam Anna Hakopian. It was a very wonderful meeting. Your Eminence, Archbishop Martirosyan, Your Excellency, Bishop Muradian, Very Reverend Shahnazarian, Excellency Secretary General of the Foreign Ministry, Honorable City Council members, Honorable Chief of Staff of the Mayor's Office, Honorable Mayors, Glendale City Council members. The hall is full of dignitaries. All of you are dignitaries. So I am very happy for this wonderful occasion. And once again, I would like to express on behalf of the Consulate General, our very profound gratitude to Council Member Paul Grigorian, and also to very dear friend, Deputy Mayor, Ambassador Nina Hajikian, and to all of you, and of course to Mayor Garcetti for this wonderful occasion. We are especially delighted and honored that Madam Anna Hakopian is welcomed in such wonderful way. We appreciate that very much, and we perceive it as a very warm gesture, not only toward our Madam Hakopian, but also towards Armenia and the leader of Armenia. Thank you very much for that. And just very briefly, I want to tell how delighted we are with the cooperation, very solid ground of cooperation, basis of cooperation that was established between cities of Los Angeles and Yerevan. We just need to build upon that, and we are already embarked on that path of coming up with wonderful practical projects. And I'm also happy to say that at the meeting with Mayor Garcetti, also this was very much highlighted, and we are going to follow up on that and implement those projects with the city of Yerevan. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Consul General. I'd like to next introduce the Secretary General of the Foreign Ministry of Armenia, the Honorable Vahakan Melikian, who has been a strong advocate for building greater bilateral ties with the United States and with Los Angeles, engaging international partners to strengthen cooperation, to establish greater stability, security, and peace in the entire region through the foreign policy of Armenia. And I want to also add that since the Velvet Revolution, Los Angeles has entered into a memorandum of understanding with the Republic of Armenia, and the Foreign Ministry and the Consulate have been instrumental in making this happen, by which members of the government, people who are in leadership positions in the bureaucracy of the government of Armenia, are coming here and working integrated into a department of the city of Los Angeles so that they can learn the way that we operate here in Los Angeles, and we can learn from them. It gives them a great opportunity to develop best practices and a better understanding to be able to take back to Armenia and work more effectively in building the new government. So I want to thank the Foreign Ministry for their assistance in that, and please join me in welcoming the Honorable Vahagan Melikian.
Mrs. Anna Hagopian, the spouse of the Prime Minister of the Republic of Armenia, Your Excellency Ambassador and Consul General Armen Bayburtian, Honorable Deputy Mayor, Honorable members of Los Angeles City Council, distinguished guests, dear all my dear sisters and brothers. On behalf of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Armenia, I would like to express our deepest gratitude to the Mayor of Los Angeles, Mr. Eric Garcetti, and Council Member Paul Krikorian for hosting this friendly reception. Your sign of friendship and commitment to further develop Armenian-American relations and to maintain the firm bonds between our two nations is highly appreciated by the government of Armenia. Armenia greatly values its relations with the United States and the state of California and looks forward to further expand the existing strong cooperation. Los Angeles hosted thousands of Armenians who survived the Armenian genocide. Many of them settled here, became real Angelenos, and hand in hand with numerous other communities enriched the ethnic diversity of the city of Los Angeles. With its Armenian churches, monuments, schools, cultural and sporting centers, is a proof of fundamental integration of Armenians, simultaneously indicating the strong bond with their homeland. Armenians contributed significantly to the development and prosperity of Los Angeles and became a unique bridge for strengthening the friendship between Armenia and California. Last year, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs supported the undertaking of signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between the government of Armenia and the city of Los Angeles that led to the creation of a policy fellowship program through the USC Institute of Armenian Studies and the Office of the Deputy Prime Minister, Mr. Tigran Avinyan. We're pleased to hear that at the beginning of this year, you welcomed the program's first fellows to the city of Los Angeles. The program will further enhance bilateral ties, and our policymakers will have the ability to learn best practices from the great city of Los Angeles. We highly appreciate the efforts of Los Angeles city officials in establishing this partnership, and as well as we will soon mark the 15th anniversary of the sisterhood between the capital of Armenia, Yerevan, and Los Angeles, we will work closely towards stronger relationship. On behalf of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, I have a pleasure to invite you to visit Armenia, and we look forward to hosting you and seeing you in Yerevan. Thank you very much for your attention, and if you permit me, I have a small token of appreciation from the Foreign Ministry. Actually, can I ask Mr. Pahlavoni to pass that? Can I have that small medal? Mr. Krikorian, if you don't mind. This is kind of symbolic medal of, last year we celebrated the 2800th anniversary of our mother capital, Yerevan. So this small token I would love to give to Mr. Paul Krikorian.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Melikian. That's a great honor. Thank you. We're coming to the close of our program. I do just I noticed Judge of the Superior Court, Zaven Sinanyan, who's here as well. So, Judge Sinanyan, thank you for being here. I'm sorry if I have missed people. It's a little hard to see with the glare, but I do want to take a moment to invite you all to stay a while and enjoy some refreshments. I want to thank Olive Market, Lillet Bakery, and Lebanese Arak Corporation for providing the refreshments today. You're all welcome to stay. But as we close, I also invite you to take a walk around the balcony outside so that you can see your city from the top of City Hall. And I think it's especially noteworthy that from this city, you can see the spot where Los Angeles was born. You can see the spot where 44 pobladores of mixed ethnicities walked to this place from Sonora and Sinaloa in Mexico. And I think it's kind of symbolic that we're here at a building that was started in a massive city that was begun by 44 people who started a long walk. And we're here with one of the leaders of a long walk through the Republic of Armenia from Gyumri to Yerevan, which fundamentally changed the Republic of Armenia as well. So again, thank you to all of our honored guests. Welcome everyone. Thank you for being here. Oh, sorry, one more thing. Mrs. Hakopian, if you will, and is Nora? Where is Nora? Okay. Do you want to? So last night, the Gala Committee hosted a wonderful event in Glendale to support the foundations that Mrs. Hakopian is the leader of, and so they wanted to take a moment to present to her this a gesture of thanks and appreciation to you. So if you would please join us. And actually, as we're wrapping up, I think also what you see to the sides of the podium are two resolutions that have been passed by the City of Los Angeles City Council. One is in recognition of the Velvet Revolution, and this is in recognition of the 25th anniversary of the consulate. So Mrs. Hakopian and Consul General Bayburtian, if you could come on up and allow me to present these resolutions to you as well.